Okay. In terms of your finances, we have here the Judgment card, very, very good card. This indicates to me some type of contract being signed, some type of a decision, some type of an agreement that has recently been reached. So a lot of you are either getting pay raises, pay increases, or you are shifting jobs altogether, signing contracts to start a new job. And with the Judgment card as well, I do see that, you know, money coming through as a result of new jobs, as well as money coming through or money leaving your hands or coming to your hands as a result of some type of a medical diagnoses within the family, or even like medical diagnoses as it relates to, you know, people that you're living with or even yourself. So I do see some medical expenses, okay, either with children or family members, where the financial situation is going to have to be either itemized or reduced in order to take care of these expenditures. I do see bills, like medical bills. They might not be, well, I feel like they will vary, but I feel that, you know, they might just be doctor's visits for the kids, or they might just be, you know, like long-term care, even a nanny, a babysitter, or even like a nurse, an in-house nurse, or even like a nursing institution, like a nursing facility where a family member of yours is in there and you're literally writing a check or, you know, entering payments for some medical expenses. When it comes to your value system, we have the Judgment card, and the Judgment card is a lot about family. It's about family dynamics. It's about what works within our family and how we have cultivated the values that we, you know, were either passed down through the family, or it's something where you feel almost as if family comes first for this month. I do see a heavy emphasis on like trusting family members and regaining the trust, rebuilding the trust with family members, and trying to keep your circle very, very close as it pertains to your family, rather than letting new people into the circle. So that's what I feel is happening here for a lot of you for this month. The third house deals with communication. This deals with siblings as well as early communication. In terms of communication, let's talk about this and the energy that you are projecting, okay? This is a card about idealism. This is kind of like the ideal situation where both parties trust one another. There isn't any malice. There isn't any like ulterior motives. It's a very, very childlike, fun, innocent type of a card, which denotes that when you communicate with other people, you tend to be very, very honest, very straightforward, very direct. And I feel almost as if, as direct as you are, you expect the other person to meet you halfway. You expect the other person to be just as direct, just as purposeful with their communication. And I feel for this month, you're going to be dealing with a few characters that are not on the up and up, and they might have ulterior motives, and they might beat around the bush. And I feel like it's going to be a little bit aggravating dealing with people who are very indirect, who are very covert, who are very like careful and methodical about the way they communicate. So while they might not be lying or deceptive, it's just the slow manner in which they are giving you answers, or the slow or indirect way in which they approach you is really going to rub you the wrong way. And I feel like you want to be a little bit mindful of this. People are not always deceitful. It's just they're going to need more time to think carefully about what they're trying to say before they say it. So I feel like that's going to be a little bit of a sore spot for you coming through this month. It's not coming from you. I feel the energy is coming through from people that you're dealing with, people that you really trust, but for some reason their demeanor, their manner, their lack of direct and frankness is going to make you question their motives, okay? The Six of Cups reverse is also telling you to approach situations in a very, very realistic manner rather than an idealistic manner. So being as clear and concise and direct with your communication as possible, it's going to be kind of like the saving grace for you for this month, okay? So when other people kind of shut down and they don't state their intentions, I feel like rather than interjecting, it would be smart for you to hold back or disengage from the conversation until they are clear about what they're trying to say. So I feel like pulling back your energy a little bit is going to be important for this month. I feel some of you, there's going to be some news, some communication coming through from siblings. For those who are a single child, then I do feel like, the communication message, take that. As for others of you who have siblings, there's going to be some news communication, possibly pertaining to like children, childbirth, or some medical procedures. Okay, so that's what I feel coming through with the combination of cards here. In terms of your fourth house, this deals with your family, and this also deals with the mother. So I feel this message coming through strongly. Let me just say this. The mother is in the fourth house, father in the 10th house, okay? And this message is coming in strong. I'm sensing that some of you might have been in a home environment where the father was absent. The father might have had another family of his own, or he, for whatever reason, was not emotionally or even physically available. And I feel there might have been a history either of drinking or either of like, I'm sensing like a codependent type of relationship too. Somebody was there physically, but they're not there emotionally. Somebody was like taking care of their needs and they're not attentive to the needs of the family. I feel like for some of you, the mother was somebody that worked really, really hard. So I'm inclined to say like it might even be a single parent household where their mother did everything. And I feel like the father might not have contributed. And then for others of you, I feel like it might have been, the father that did everything. And so there's a discrepancy here between, and, obviously this is not going to apply for all. But if the rest of the messages resonate with you, I feel like this message might resonate with you as well, because these things are coming out clearly, like very strongly. And I feel like, it's a situation where I feel like somebody was very, very busy going through the motions, possibly working two jobs, trying to keep the family afloat. And I feel like it was a big family. I feel like there might have been a lot of children. It was a big family. And so I feel like the mother figure might have been the one that really took care of everything, had a lot of responsibilities on her plate. And I feel as well, she was on survival mode. She was trying to get through the daily grind, take care of all the kids, make sure everybody's fed and happy. And on the emotional front, I feel that she might not have been wholeheartedly emotionally available. So I feel as if this is something that is coming through as a sore spot for you guys when you come through this month, okay? When you navigate the energies of this month. There's something here about having to sympathize. I feel like some of you might be in the same position right now. So, when you were like, let's say 7, 8, your mother, you felt like, oh, she was so busy, she wasn't available for me. And then I feel some of you are dealing with the same issues in your family right now. There might be a lot of children. And you might be either the single mom or the single dad, and you're trying to get everything going. You're trying to keep everything afloat. And you're just like, okay, now I understand. I don't know how mom did it, but I feel like there's some healing that can happen. There's a sudden like realization I feel coming through for this month where you might realize that, okay, so that's what mom was going through. That's what dad was going through. So this is a really good energy overall. This is a card about, sadness, regrets, looking back at the past and wanting something that we wish we could have had. So when it shows up in the reverse, it's kind of like coming to terms with it, accepting it, and releasing expectations that, it's like coming into the process of accepting whatever you're given, working with what you're given rather than longing for something that you feel you should have had. Okay, so good card overall. It indicates a lot of maturity and it indicates a lot of growth. In terms of the family unit that you have right now, I'm going to put this back actually. So in terms of the family unit that you have right now, with the 5 of Cups in the reverse position, I feel almost as if I feel like this is a card about, the children. This is a card about like the little ones. I'm sensing almost as if there might be there might be some children getting into trouble either at school or within their social group. And I feel like you're hearing about this. So even if you have, you don't have like full custody of the child, I feel like you're still going to be hearing about this from the other parent. And so there's something here about, sadness and regrets about not being too involved, or not being able to help a child through some of their growth spurts. So I do see some element here about, wanting to be more emotionally available for the children. In terms of your sixth house, oh, I'm sorry, this is fifth house. We have here the King of Pentacles, and the fifth house is a very, very exciting house. It's creativity. It's how you entertain yourself and the people that you are surrounded by, okay? So I feel like for some of you, this might be somebody that you're dating. So this is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And when I usually see this card come out, it's somebody who is very, very established. It's somebody who's very, very handsome as well. He or she is quite attractive. They take good care of themselves. They're quite accomplished. They're very proper. If you were to send them text messages, they respond without, spelling errors. If you were to talk to them, they don't really use cuss words. They don't swear. And I feel like they're just very, very well-behaved, very proper. And it's not just a front either. This is just the person that they are, because they have a high sense of value. So I feel like they treat themselves well. They treat other people well. Okay. And they expect a lot of respect, a lot of mutual reciprocity. Okay, so this is a really, really good person. If you are dating this person, I feel that this is a very, very good relationship partner overall. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and it's somebody who's very, very quite established. In terms of your creativity, this is a card that basically means there is a creative aspect for you. Some of you might be artists, singers, writers. I'm seeing quite a bit of people who are in the music industry, music and fashion, okay? And I feel like you're able to generate quite a lot of money based on these creative activities, or these creative skills that are innate to you. So I see a lot of I do see voice actors. I feel a lot of people in the music industry. I'm seeing like people who has a somebody who has a very good voice. So I feel like some innate talent within you can be cultivated and can be turned to make money. Okay, so I feel like this is something worth exploring for those of you who have a little bit of a wobbly work environment. Okay, so that's going to bring us to our next card. This is the work card. So the sixth house deals with work. It deals with health. And it also deals with your daily routine. There's a little bit of a disruption in your daily routine as it pertains to all the responsibilities that you're going to need to do in order to uphold the household. So I do feel like children, responsibilities, possibly even taking care of elderly parents. So I feel like there's something here where you feel almost as if you might not have enough time. You have a lot of responsibilities and you might not have, the leisure time to yourself as well. So try to fix your daily routine. Try to make sure that you allocate enough time to take care of responsibilities, that you have a fixed schedule. I feel like that's going to be easier for you. I believe I did a reading for another fire sign, so that has to be Aries. And the same thing was showing up, so I feel like it might be a fire sign thing. I haven't done Sagittarius yet, but I feel like generally this is something that would be really helpful for you to somehow, standardize or routinize your schedule so that it takes away that element of stress when you have everything kind of laid out and everything is functioning and it's smoothed out and everything's supposed to be done in a specific time frame. I feel like that's going to be helpful for you. Now, in terms of the work front, with this card, this is in the reverse position. So I feel like it indicates a situation where we feel almost as if we have a lot of skills, we have a lot of assets, but the work environment is not allowing us to access or utilize those skills and those talents. You might also be in a work environment where you feel like it's so heavily routinized that it's not allowing your creative flair to flourish. Okay. You also might feel that as if you're underpaid and underappreciated in your work environment as well. So some things are coming through for this month where you might feel that way. It might not be a long-term energy, but I do feel that you're longing for a little bit more, a higher compensation, or even something that is a little bit more stable as well. So I feel some of you are working part-time. This is also working part-time. I feel some of you are working part-time and you're hoping to be able to land something in the same environment that might allow you to work full-time. If that's the case, I feel like it's going to be possible for you, okay? I see like new contracts coming through as well as new job agreements and coming through for you. Health issues, I'm almost sensing as if there's some money expended towards health, okay? So it could be, it is in the States, we have to sort out, the healthcare situation. So some of you are either paying premium for insurance or there is payment here for family care, even like money coming out for medical care. Some of you might even be working in a health facility, like in some type of a health institution of health. So that could be doing, claims analysis or benefits analysis. That could also be like nursing, working as a technician in a hospital, working as a dentist, or even like a doctor. So I feel that element coming through. There's a heavy healthcare hospital energy associated with this spread here. The seventh house deals with relationship in love and also in partnerships. So we have here Knight of Cups. This is a water sign. So some of you might be involved with this person and this is your romantic partner. This is shown up here as a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or a rising sign. If you're in a relationship with this person, I feel there's something here. They're mentioning this is a person that aims for justice, okay? This is not the standard message that I get from this card, but there's something coming through here where I feel almost as if you might be wondering, why are they taking so long? Why are they deciding, and I feel like this is a person that cares a lot about reciprocity. They care about balance. And so they're not the ones to take initiative. They're kind of like the second slowest moving knight in the deck. So they're not going to take initiative. They want you to meet them halfway. And I feel like, once you're able to meet them halfway and they trust that there is that mutual reciprocity within the union, they're going to go above and beyond to show you that they care. Okay. So I feel like you're in really good hands with this person for those of you who are involved with this person. I'm also getting that some of you might be involved with this person and this person might have been divorced or, broken off an engagement, or you yourself might have been divorced or broken off an engagement. And both parties are still trying to take things slow. So this is the guy or the girl that comes in and they're just like, let's slow down a little bit. Let's just, take our time a little bit, because I feel like they're not too anxious about starting new. They're not too anxious about getting to the end of it. They like the fun. They like the flirtation. They like that honeymoon stage, and they're not in any hurry to rush it or to, to end it. So I feel like that's who you're dealing with. This is a very romantic person. Generally has a very, very good heart. They're easy to talk to and they're very honest. Okay. And they also wear their hearts on their sleeves too, but they're not naive. Okay. This is a really good card overall. I feel that, even for business partnership, there's going to be a sense of like somebody stepping up in order to take care of the needs within either a relationship or a business partnership. So I feel like you're in really good hands this month, Leos. I feel like your efforts from the past is going to be reciprocated. And I feel like it's mainly having to do with the fact that you are starting to figure out who's important for you. So you're narrowing down your circle. You're narrowing down, the people that are important to you. Before you might have expended your energy, helped everybody. But I feel like this month, people will show you their true colors. They will pretty much show you who's going to be there for you. And I feel like you're doing the right thing by narrowing down your circle. Okay. Eighth house deals with joint finances. And we have here the Seven of Wands in the reverse position. So it seems to me as if some of you are no longer fighting with some type of ex-spouse or even some type of a work compensation situation. You're getting some major decision here that's going to affect your financial situation. So if you're waiting on, money to come to you, I feel like there's going to be agreement. Money might not be coming this month, but there, you're signing something, you're finalizing something, and I feel like you're no longer in dispute with another person. So a lot of you might be, thinking about custody, alimony, workers' compensation, some type of wrongful termination, some type of money coming through, either through an appeal, a wrongful, like a court settlement, whatever it is. I feel like things are being put to an end, and you're going to start to realize like what's going to happen. Like you're going to know what's going to happen. People will tell you what's being planned, what's being implemented, what's being put in place, so that you can secure some type of financial, I want to say like even a settlement, like financial windfall, or via settlement, via custody issues, via alimony with another person. So it looks good overall, but I just feel like things might be signed, might be finalized, or might be decided on, but it might take, until next month for the financial situation to sort out and to come through, to come into the picture for you. So I feel like the money might not be dispersed this month or dispensed to you this month,